Hey everybody, it's Shane and I'm back in the 777. This is my fourth flight in it now, and some big news today. X-Plane 12.3 beta release is out. That's what we're flying right now. And additionally, Flight Factor has stated that this 777 is no longer to be considered a beta, but it's essentially a release candidate. So it's no longer in beta testing. This is this is an actual release version of the aircraft, which is cool. They made a few changes to it today. The changelog we can go through once we get in the air. It's nothing super exciting, but it's something. So I've updated the aircraft. I've updated the sim. We're gonna fly this thing from Las Vegas to San Diego. Short flight, and I'll get a nice short landing in at San Diego. That approach is always pretty fun. And the 777 should be able to do it, so let's do it. I'll go over the flight plan with you guys right now. Here we go. We're at Las Vegas. Our takeoff weight is 409,000 pounds. Pretty light. Again, really light. Well, Tweedle, I'll be honest with you, it's been a great experience even while it was in beta. Now, I got the tail end of the beta, but it's been great since I've had it. So, I mean, I don't expect anything to really change. Cruise altitude 300, cost index 15, nice and slow. Fuel on board 8,000 pounds. 303 passengers, and the payload 74,000 pounds total. That's the cargo and the packs loaded up together. Okay. Weather at Las Vegas is currently... Ooh, okay, departing on runway 26, the wind 150 at 7, a little bit of a tailwind component. Stage amount of visibility 33 degrees, which is actually not that hot for Las Vegas. Altimeter 29081, and at San Diego we can expect wind 290 which is great down the runway. A few clouds at 1,200 feet, and on the 27. Okay. Let's run over this final cockpit prep checklist. Fuel quantity is 27.8. No, 27.9. Rounded up to 28,000. FMC is set. I got the flight plan on the left, and I got the takeoff data on the right. Flight directors on. Auto throttles armed. MCP airspeed will set for V2. Which is 140. Wow, it's slow. MCP heading would be the runway heading. Yeah, I'm sure there was parts of it that were really bad at some point, but I got the tail end of it, so my experience has been nothing but positive so far. Okay, MCP altitude. We have an IFR clearance here. Flying via SID. Okay. And then the top altitude on the SID is 190. Okay, altimeters are 29081. One. Auto brakes. RTO. Wixer set as required. Cool. Radios. So we got LA Center on. That's who we're going to be talking to. So that's 126525.
Bye.
IFR clearance is set. Our squawk code is 4713.
On the 224 I Center, LS, call me back a minute. That was 1144, and circuit cleared, LS with
Hey, taxi takeout departure brief. I may have picked the wrong gate to spawn at here. Charlie 18 is more of a southwest gate. That's okay. We'll push back here, tail facing to the north. We'll taxi south. I'm expecting probably Bravo down to Bravo 1 and taking off on 26 right on a Raider 2 RNAV departure instructions. Time on heading 259 to intercept course 249 across Rudy at or above 4,000 feet, right there, 230 knots. Then on track 189 across Cells at or below 8,000 feet. And now track across Raider at or above 13,000. What?
180 knots until GG, Southwest 4470. Korean Air 9051, reduced speed of 180.
Hey, taxi takeout departure brief is performed. Let's go ahead and run our B4 start pushback checklist. Lower MFDs on status. APU. Starting it now. Doors and windows, let's close them up. So it looks like we got the one left entry door, forward cargo, aft cargo. We'll do that over here. Done. APU gen. And we're just waiting for the APU gen to come online here. Okay, APU gen's online. External power is off. Generator controls are on with the backup gen. Hydraulic pumps. Hey, fuel pumps.
Just take off 26 right over 296 Grand Air 9051, turn right heading 220, join the localizer.
Alright, temperature controls, research fans, trim errors, and packs. Okay. Isolation valves, auto, engine bleeds on, APU bleed on. Lower MFD, engine, parking brake, set, wheel chocks in the age. Okay, done. Beacon light. 8 cars. Skip that. Push to start.
Grounded cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Look at that cockpit flow, guys. We got this thing down.
Maintain 250 knots or greater. Grand Air 905.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alright, you're clear to connect.
Grand Air 9051. Looks like, yeah, actually, disregard. Yeah, 1173, roger. Push at your discretion, and yep, just let me know what route you want for 2-1, right?
Alright.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
That'll work.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, crew, let's do it. I'm going to pop the parking brake and we're going to go ahead and get ready for engine start.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright, starting engine number 2, which is also known as the right engine. Start.
Grand Air 9051, looks like you got a cut off there. It looks like you're flying
Okay, rotation N2. Okay, oil pressure looks good. Fuel on. come on, give me a light. There we go. EGT, fuel flow. What do we got? Pekka, really handy add-on. Talk to good crew. Oh, I mean, this 777 does that, doesn't it? I think you can do that with this thing. Alright, good start on it. Right engine starting left engine. I'm enjoying the 777 very much. It's been good. And I'm now running the absolute latest update that they just put out today. I don't know if I'll notice much with that. Oh, fuel on.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Sure did, Nanny Ray. Everybody wanted it tonight. Hey, there's a light. EGT, fuel flow.
Grand Air 9051, clear visual approach, runway 24 right, speed at your discretion. You look
Okay.
fine there, but we'll see if we can make it.
Good start on engine number 1. After start checklist, engine wing anti-stop required APU off. Ground signal, waiting on that. While we wait for that, taxi checklist, flaps 5.
South 977, LA Center, inter contact, climbing table.
Stab trim, 3.25. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
V1 is 132, rotate 133, V2 140. Takeoff thrust setting is going to be 1.43 EPR. Taxi takeoff departure brief. I'm going to give you one update. For this departure, I'm going to do takeoff 2 D-rate, but we're going to do a full climb power thing because I've been noticing that the climb rate, the climb thrust reduction seems to be pretty extreme, like a lot. So I'm going to try with just a regular climb D-rate and see if that's a little more gradual for this because I haven't been loving the climb 2 or climb 1 D-rates. Transponder, TARA. Taxi light. Runway turn off lights. Sure, why not? Lower MFD. Flight controls. And flight controls check. Ailerons left. Ailerons right. Elevator up. Elevator down. Rudder left. Rudder right. Okay, flight controls check, free, clear. Taxi checklist.
Clearance to Los Angeles.
Alright. I gotta call this guy.
1748 LA Center, clear to Los Angeles Airport as filed, maintain level 230, expect level 2805 after departure of B Squawk 4667, stand by for
Information,
reback.
kilo, exactly.
Delta 841, end circuit cleared at left runway 2 for right approach, just maintain 250 knots for now.
End circuit cleared for right approach, maintain 240 knots, 250 knots from Delta 841.
LA Center, Lufthansa 224 Super, flight level 360.
LA Center, United 1448, ready for taxi 26 right at Las Vegas. Information, kilo.
2960 Alpha, radar contact, Columbia table 290, apologies for that. Final level 200, apologies.
Uh-oh.
American 2014, cross goal and maintain level 250. Cross goal, adder, maintain 250, American 2014. Alright, potential aircraft, LA Center's now closed.
Of course. Whatever, let's go. course. Taxi clearance. We're gonna go down to Bravo, make a left. It knows while steering. Ooh, that's a little better. Brakes. Hey, I made a little tweaks to the nose while steering, and I think it might be a little better now. We'll see. You know me, I have to tweak on all my flight models. I'm never happy with anything the way it is. Okay, noted. It's just the old pilot in me. I like to wait until I get enough rotation on the N2, but I guess everything is automatic, so the FADEC wouldn't put the fuel in there unless it was ready for it. I get what you're saying. Oh yeah, this nose wheel steering's a little better. Not nearly as twitchy. Yeah, do you see this? Look how smooth this is.
Approaching 8 left.
Maybe I lied. Maybe it's still a little twitchy.
Approaching 2 6 right.
We'll see. We'll see how it is. So far it seems okay, but it is twitchy. I might have to put in some dead zones on the rudders to fix that, or change the I don't know. We'll see. Seems better, but I'm sure it could be even better than this. I wouldn't say it's that bad. I mean, nothing is as bad as that. Did that guy just go around? Maybe not. Oh, shoot. Okay. I gotta drive. Alright. Before takeoff checklist, lower MFD off. Oh, I'm getting a little faster on the brakes. Recalls checked. VNAV, LNAV. And I need to get on the CTAP frequency. I just realized that I'm not. Okay. Haven't noticed until now. Let's get the CTAF here. Ah, man, that LAX controller just bailed on us like quick. Like he had enough. Like, LA is closed by 118.3. He left very unceremoniously. We got time. Brakes are on. Takeoff clearance. Las Vegas traffic. United 1448 departing runway 26 right. We'll get out of here before that guy gets in the way.
Approaching 26 right. On runway 26 right.
Okay, clock. Stabilize, set takeoff cross. Toga. Cross ref. Knots, hold. V1, rotate.
V1.
LNAV. Cross ref, VNAV speed. Alright, that's a much better climb. That's a much better thrust reduction is to climb. I like that better. Checks, flaps one. Flaps up. Okay, we need to cross cells at or below 8,000. Speed, VNAV path. Yep, this is a United Airlines configuration, so we got the 4090s on this tonight. Coming up on 10,000 feet. Autopilot on. After takeoff checklist, landing gears up, flaps up, recall. Good. exterior lights. Rolling for altimeters. Man, I gotta tell you, I'm really enjoying this plane. It's got some things that can be fixed, that can be worked on, but it's in a great state in the way it is right now. Well, yeah, the MD-11, the 737, the A320, all those aircraft could land with the auto throttles engaged. That's a pilot and operator thing. I don't. I don't need it. Yeah, I don't know how the step climbs work yet, so if I'm gonna do any long haul flights in this thing, which I'm considering doing one this weekend. I'm kind of wondering if we can do LA to Sydney in this thing. I think we can. Let's see what that looks like, just for fun. Can it do it? I think it can, but I want to make sure. Let's see if it can do it. Ooh, yeah. That'd be fun. Oh, no. Oh, no, it can. But the cargo is going to be the limit factor. We'd have to take off some passengers. It can do it, but we're going to be limited on the cargo here. Yeah, see, it's got the fuel capacity to do it. Yeah, maybe we'll try this weekend. Tomorrow night or something, we'll take off out of LAX and we'll land at Sydney in 14 some odd hours later. Huh. It'll be fun. Wow, for the 777. Oh crap. Altimeter standard, and I need to reset my altitude. I was expecting ATC to give me higher, and they aren't here. Hey, thrust for FB nav speed. Barrow set disagree. Yep. Boom. Boom. There we go. What is this? What would you call that? That is an interesting cloud formation. That's what I would call that. at least we have some ATC at San Diego now. 118.3. Yeah, we'll keep that tuned in for later. You know what we can try to do is grab the ASUS at San Diego right now. So we have a minute and we're flying. 134.8. Let's put that on VHF right. 134.8. The VHF right. Let's tune that in.
0251. Wind 290 at 8. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,200. Few clouds at 20,000. Temperature 21. 2.18. Altimeter 2983. Landing runway 27. Localizer R9.
2983. I'll preload this in here so I don't forget about it. We're gonna fight through this cell? Maybe. Speed VNAV path. Our crew will level at 300. 77 miles till top of descent. So we have a minute. I want to go over a couple things here. So this is what Flight Factor has been saying today. This is kind of a big deal. Here's the update. We released a non-beta version of the 777. And here's an informational post from our CEO. Look at this. Oh, I got some email on here. Wow, I should check my messages on here. We're excited to announce that our flagship product is officially leaving beta phase. A year ago, when we released the public beta, and since then, your feedback has sort of been invaluable. Together, we fixed countless bugs, added missing features, and shipped 60 updates. The result is a product that has matured into a stable, feature-rich platform worthy of losing the beta label. So there you go. So it's no longer a beta, but it's still under development. Now, they also put this out here. This is the roadmap right here. So here's some of the stuff that's planned in the near future as they continue to update this aircraft. Ongoing improvements and refinements, expanding the expanded engine pack with additional engines, introducing more variants, which is what I really want is the F here and the 200 LR. I don't really care about 300, but the F and the 200 LR would be good. Brand new weather radar powered by the latest X-Plane API. Enhanced FMC functionality, winds, alternates, beyond. Deeper integration of CPDLC, ACARS, EFB, FMC systems. Quality of life upgrades for the EFB apps, and many other things. And honestly, I believe them. And here's why I believe them. This, I would say, this 777 version 2 is the most ambitious project that this is probably the most ambitious project that they've taken on in the history of the company, as far as the amount of features, the integration of EFB, all of this stuff that they got going on in here. This is by far their biggest project. It would be a big shame for them to just dump it without it being really done. You know what I mean? So I think they're going to put the time in to develop it all the way. This is it. This is their big thing. Their flagship product, as they stated, right? Alright, let's see here. I don't have a hobby account. I need to get one. One of these days I'll get into the CPDLC stuff. Honestly, a good time to use this is when you're flying oceanic, like going over the North Atlantic or going over the Pacific. There is no VHF radio communications at all, and in some places it's not even HF. So you end up using CPDLC, and it's all text, and a lot of this can be integrated into SATCOM. It's not always just over HF. HF is part of it, but SATCOM is another part of this. So CPDLC, which is controller pilot data link communications, would be really nice to use on this 14-hour flight to Sydney I'm planning on this weekend. I think that the V1 didn't get carried all the way as far as it could because they were working with the simulator that did not have the capabilities that this does, right? X-Plane 12 is the pinnacle of X-Plane software development, and it is as close to Microsoft Flight Simulator in terms of capability that any of the X-Plane sims have ever been. So they can do things with this that they just could not do with previous sims. So they probably just lost the will, if you will, to keep developing it when they realized that they were going to hit a lot of roadblocks as far as what they can do with the software. A lot has changed since now. "42 miles to top of descent." Let's go over the landing data stuff. Okay, we got an estimated landing weight of about 398,000 pounds. We'll do flaps 30, max reverse, auto brakes 3 with approach speed of 134, which would be VRAF of 129. So let's do auto brakes 3. And we'll put in our reference speed of flaps 30, 129. So we take a look at the San Diego chart here just to give you a visual, because we do fly to San Diego with some frequency now. So I know it's a 9,400-foot runway, but that includes this overrun over here, which we cannot land on this. This is for takeoff only. It's a displaced threshold, so we only get about 8,000 feet of this runway here. Okay, so we got to touch down somewhere in here. I'm planning on doing a full-length rollout unless this aircraft just has incredible braking power and we're able to stop it sooner. We'll just plan on a full-length rollout to Bravo 10, and then we'll park over here at Terminal 2 West, straight down this way. We're on the Lucky 1 RNAV arrival. About to hit it here at level. Crossing restrictions at Momar, Desert, Trixie, Husker, Barrett, Kina, and Lucky. Let's make sure all these are in there. And then we need to be over Lindy, 5,000 feet, 210 knots to pick up the RNAV into San Diego. Okay. Make sure all that's in there. Yep. And then Lindy at 5. We're on the RNAV Zulu runway. Did I put Yankee or Zulu? I should make sure. A Zulu. Okay, good. Okay, RNAV Zulu approach, Lindy at 5,000, 200 knots at VETA. And then when we get to Sei, 200 feet, continue descent down to Toko. At Toko, we're going to pick up a 3.5 degree glide path down to the runway threshold to clear this Laurel building that obstructs the runway slightly. RVR is 1.5 miles. Decision altitude is 624. MSA 5,400 feet. And missile approach is going to be climbed straight ahead, 2,500 feet. SARS. Alright, 654. Alright, landing data is checked, center push briefing is performed, decision height, MSA is set, seatbelt signs. Alright, FMC, we set MCP altitude. I'll set it down to 5,400 feet, that's MSA. Some of them, yeah. So I do have the PMD G777F, and I'll say one thing that FMC does better, which obviously it's been developed more, is that the performance data, the flight plan, all of that perfectly integrates the winds aloft data, the wind data, all that stuff integrates into SimBrief immediately, right? Into Navigraph. The FMC's integration into Navigraph and SimBrief is way better. I am confident that Flight Factor will get this there too to do the same thing. But, you know, PMDG is there now. They're already doing that stuff. Okay, throttle's idle, throttle hold, VNAV path. Alright, crew, on descent. Nice short flight. Tell you what, let's do a couple shortcuts here. Let's go direct to desert. Cut the corner on this a little bit. Okay, got a UPS 767 out in front of us here. He's coming out of LAX going to Phoenix Sky Harbor. So that should be the Salton Sea down there. You can kind of see it, the outline of this lake. I don't know, for those of you who aren't familiar with Southern California, this thing effing stinks. The Salton Sea is putrid. It's disgusting. And there are some days when the wind is blowing just right. You can smell this putrid pond all the way where I live, which is more than 100 miles away from this thing. It is disgusting. Gross. Here, in case you're curious about it, the Salton Sea. The Salton Sea is a shallow, landlocked, highly saline indoor lake in Riverside County, Imperial counties in Southern California. It is gross. Look at that. Ew. We're flying over the tip of it right now up here. There you go. We just grazed the edge of it. And I live kind of over here, I guess. Yeah. I kind of live over here a ways. No, I'm sorry. I live over here, down this way. Okay. So I'm not too far away from this thing. So when the wind is blowing from the east, woo, you can smell that stench from my house. Yeah, dude. It's like that, man. It's just a really highly salty lake that doesn't get a lot of water into it, and there's no water exchange. So it just sits there and just festers, and it's putrid and ugh, gross. So one thing I do hope they fix here is this ridiculous refresh rate. Like, why is this like that? Look how slow this refresh rate is on the altimeter. Speed. The altimeter's 29er83. Yeah, altimeter's cross-check. I'd say VNAV is working really nice right now. It's slowly bleeding the speed down. I could use some speed brakes if I wanted to, but I don't think we need to right now. If it thinks it needs it, it'll let me know. Hey Artemis, hey, tell you what, I'm thinking about flying again. I got a buddy who has a channel as well. I'm finding out when he's flying again. We can maybe do another hop. I do need to get a Southwest Airlines flight in. I haven't flown in a couple of weeks the 737, so once I land here at San Diego, I might get a quick 737 flight in on the same stream, just for the heck of it. All right, I am going to add some speed brakes in here. Yeah, let's do one more. Let me see if I get my buddy to get in on it though. We may even head up to another airport. Sierra, are you talking about the 777? Speed brakes or track? I think it flies okay. I mean, it's kind of light, but it's kind of not. I think it's okay. For me, probably the GE90. In reality, I haven't actually flown it in the sim yet. I'd like to. I will at some point. I don't like Pratt & Whitney engines. I don't like them at all, and I'm speaking from a real world experience level. I don't care for Pratt & Whitney engines because I work on engines. I prefer GE engines whenever possible. So I'm flying the Pratt & Whitney 4090s now because I'm in the United Airlines paint job, and that's what they've got. But for sure, the GE90 is probably the best of the bunch, with the Pratts being the worst. Alright, let's get a little more speed brake in here. Exterior lights. Alright, speed brakes are track. Let's see if we can see my buddy. I thought he was flying in from Denver. Hey, there he is. Check him out. There he is. He's getting pretty close to Portland. Maybe by the time we land, we can get something going with him. There we go. Cool. Alright, speed's great, altitude's great, VNAV is great. We're looking good here. Exterior lights are set. Let's go ahead and tune in the San Diego Airport tower. Oh, okay, San Diego Tower 118.3. Let's do a quick weather check here. Information alpha still current, okay.
United 110, exit runway 27, taxi, a problem.
United 110, request.
Affirmative, United 1 to have a good night.
Yeah, man, I love it. Batson Radar is my favorite browser. You got Volanta and there's other stuff. In my opinion, I think Batson Radar is just the best. It's free. It's web-based. It gives you all the information you need. It integrates everything. This thing is really good. Okay, once we cross Lindy, we're going to be on the RNAV approach. That's when I'll call up San Diego Tower. I am going to speed intervene this thing. Let's go ahead and get slowed down now. Hold VNAV speed. Flaps 1. Oh crap, the altitude. Oh shoot, level change. Flight level change. Let me get this thing down. Wow, we're a bit high here. Hopefully I can save it. San Diego Tower, good evening. United 1448 Heavy on the RNAV Zulu runway 27 approach.
1448 Heavy, Lindbergh Tower, runway 27, clear to land.
Clear to land 27, United 1448. Alright, I'm trying to get back on the profile, guys. Oh, wrong button. What'd I do? I did something wrong here. What did I push? Right there. Okay, I'm getting back on the profile now. Let's get the speed. Start reducing the final approach speed, which is 134. Flaps 5. I am way off this profile right now. Alright, gear down. Alright, flaps 15. Speed brakes retract and armed. Okay, Gears transit, you're down. Spoilers armed. Auto brakes 3. Still a little high. Okay, flaps 30. Go back to VNAV. Nope, 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 nope. Yikes, man. Alright, I think we're good now. Okay, flaps set 30, altimeter's cross-check, ICAST, no alerts, landing clearance, clear to land. Alright. Autopilot off. Set missed approach altitude 2500. Auto throttle. Alright, let's see how I do landing in San Diego with this monster. Check. Thank you. I got it. I always seem to have good landings here.
Up.
Continue.
Approaching 500.
Approaching 27.
Minimums.
Continue.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, no reverse. It's okay, we got it with the brakes. Manual braking. I don't know why my reversers didn't work.
3,000 feet remaining.
This thing's either stopping on 737.
And United 1448, you can text me your AV Bravo. Have a good night.
Avian Bravo, United 1448. Thanks. Ah, thank you. I wish my rest. I want to know what's wrong with my thrust reversers. I didn't really need them, but it would have been nice for them to work. Okay, after landing checklist, spoilers, up retract, flaps up, auto brakes off. Wixer, APU, clock, 40. Towers closed.
Additional aircraft and frequency Lindbergh Tower is now closed. Have a good night.
Staff trim. We're gonna have to figure out why my thrust reversers are not working. That's disconcerting. Yeah, please let me know. Cause I'd like them to work. Maybe the control assignment got changed a little bit during the update. Alright, after landing checklist complete. I think I've got this 777 figured out now, man. Oh man, this is gonna be a sharp turn. I think I can make it. Look at that. Look at that taxi. Woo! Oh man. Did I just do that? Look at that, dude. Come on. Don't act like you're not impressed. Look at this, guys. Come on. That's some centerline love. Alright, do we got power available? Okay. Fuel coming off. Okay, cool. Airplane, ground service. Oh, beacon light. Alright, we'll make sure all these ground services are connected. Yep. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the APU now. And we kill these bleeds. Alright, well, there we go. So ever since I got rid of landing rate monitor, because it's garbage, I don't really know what my landing rates are, but that's okay. You know what? Let's take a look at these thrust reversers, see if we can figure this out, because they normally work. Alright, let's go to controls. Let's go to Bravo. Toggle reverse thrust. Yeah, look at that. Why is my reverse thrust not working? Huh. Well, it would be nice if they worked. What happened? Oh! Got the external power. Sorry about that. So there's definitely an issue with the thrust reversers, and I don't think it's aircraft specific. Unless it is, I don't know how we can test it. I don't know. It's not working for me. Nothing. I don't have that, but I don't do that though. I use my Bravo throttle levers to toggle it. And once you toggle it, then you can use your throttle axis to modulate it. I don't even know what the button is for that. Max reverse. Let's do this. Check this out. Let's go up here. I want to do another flight. Let's head up to Portland where our boy's at. So PDX. Let's find a gate. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do that gate there. Confirm, and then we'll try the 737-800. Nope, that's not the one I want. Back to list. What the heck is this? What did I do here? I messed something up. Alright. Let's see if it works on a new aircraft. That way we can troubleshoot it to just if it's the control mapping, or if it is the just the flight factor that's not working right now. Try that. Let's take a look at Bryan, see how he's doing. He's on descent now. That's still loading. see, what do we got? Let's a short flight out of Portland. Oh, perfect. We can go from Portland down to Sacramento. That's a nice short hour-long flight. That'd be great. Let's book that. Cool. That's a nice short flight. I just need to get this in to load up. Perfect. All right, bear with me, guys. Try to get this to work. Boy, this sure takes a lot longer to load with the latest beta. That doesn't... There we go. Okay, let's see if the thrust reversers work on this aircraft. Yep, they do. Ah, so it's a flight factor problem. Okay. Yeah, look at that. See the thrust reversers? Now they work. So it's flight factor has the issue here. Okay. Well, in the meantime, let's go ahead and get some power on this aircraft here. Man, I haven't flown this thing in a week or two. I gotta remember how to do this. Alright. Cockpit lighting. Alright, so we're gonna fly the 737 down to Sacramento from Portland, and we'll grab our friend Bryan and take him with us. That's a nice short flight. Well, at least I know it's not my setup. That's what I was more concerned about, right? And I know that's not it. Okay. Speed warning. Okay, IRS switches. Now I really need my checklist because I don't remember how to fly this thing. It's been so long. Probe heat. Emergency lights. Let's see. Logo light. Seat belts. Position lights are on. Jip whiz test.
Light slope. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle. Pull up.
EFIS.
Airspeed low.
Okay, got that. Takeoff warning system. Weight and balance. Okay, let's plan this flight, and then we can do this for our friend as well. Let me let him know what's up. Let's see. Let's fly PDX, SMF next. 1 hour flight. I will do some flight planning for you. So I'll do the flight planning for him, and then he can take it easy. New flight, it's going to be Southwest, 2285. 228, nope, 228, no, I can't type tonight, 2285. Okay, PDX, okay, SMF. We're on the 737-800 Southwest Airlines. A little over an hour. That's not too bad. Okay, we'll generate that. And then we'll go ahead and download this flight plan or view PDF, and then I can send this to our friend. Download. Desktop. Check this out. Isn't this cool? Isn't SimBrief the coolest? Then I just go over here and send him the flight plan. Boom. Everything he needs is in there now. Okay, we got a couple more things to do here. We got to download this flight plan, ZevoMod. I'm going to take this file and drop it in FMS plans. That's done. And then we need to pre-file on VATSIM. One second. SimBrief. Streaming on YouTube. Southwest 2285 B738. Okay, that's done. Now we can go ahead and do weight and balance. Go over here, airside service. Let's go ahead and load the OFP. Looks good. And we'll activate. Nice. Okay, position initialization. FMC. Position initialization. We're going to grab the GPS. Drop it in there. Then over to route, we're going to request the flight plan. Let's see how our buddy's doing here. Oh yeah, he's doing good. He's at 10,000 feet, so he should be on approach here pretty soon. Okay. So we got the flight plan in there. Let's go ahead and review it here. PDX SMF. 400 miles. Yeah, that's an hour flight. All day. Alright, and then let's take a look at what we're doing. 17 right into SMF. We'll just go ahead and pick up the ILS at Tudor and take it all the way in. Okay. Nope, not that one. I lost 17 right at Tudor. That's good. Now let's review the flight plan. Oh, the packs. Forgot about them. Okay, flight plan looks good. Let's activate. And then performance, we'll go ahead and grab that from here. And the final reserve is going to be 2.4. Okay, packs are loaded. Let's go ahead and close up the doors. Okay, jetway's coming back. Cockpit door should close in a second here. And there's our boy on final approach here. Let's listen to him on CTAF. CTAF K PDX 123775 123775. Okay. Where's he at? Just saw him. Who was he? He disappeared. Alright, how are we doing on the flight plan here? In1 limit. Let's do that. Okay. N1 limit for takeoff. Okay, TO1, 45, flaps 5. TO1, 45. Takeoff M1, 92.1, flaps 5. Alright, we're all set. Now we're just waiting on our boy. Not sure where he went off to. Oh, thank you. Basically, right now, we're just waiting for a friend to land. Messing with some views here. There he is. See if we can get a good view of his landing. I think he's gonna land on 28 something. That helps a lot, right? A few years ago, I went to Portland with my now ex-girlfriend, and she went to go hang out with her sister for the day. So I went over to the airport to do some plane spotting. So I was actually set up over here somewhere. If you can see that. I was set up somewhere in this area, right on the arrival end of the 10s, and I got some really good plane spotting footage of some aircraft coming in this way. It's right over here that I was
Portland
at.
traffic southwest 846. We're established on 28 right, 11 miles out. Portland.
Don't mess it up, man. We're watching.
What up, Shane? Mama's there, baby.
Oh, nice. He's in a 737 800 too. That might be good for him. He can use our flight plan exactly. We'll watch his landing. Oh. Oh, dude, look at that Mount Hood in the background out there. Isn't that cool in the darkness? That's so cool. When I was in Portland, man, that was such a beautiful place. Never mind all the drugs and the crap on the street. The city was really pretty. The area was really pretty, and the view of Mount Hood from the city was really cool. Look at that. I could live there. I could do that. I love the Pacific Northwest, man. I just wish it wasn't full of liberals. But anyway, I digress. I didn't actually get the landing rating, Nanny Ray. I turned that thing off. It's so inaccurate that I don't even look at it anymore. It felt like a good landing to me.
Orderly traffic southwest 846, 7 mile out, 2A right, Portland.
Okay, we're gonna hook our guy up here. We've done all the flight planning for him. If he stays in the 737-800, that's what I'm flying. He can use the identical flight plan that I got and just plug it into his aircraft. He's in the Zebo, and the Zebo and the Level Up use identical plug-in, so he can use airside service and upload the flight plan into his FMC and not have to even. It take him 3 minutes to set up, 3 to 5 minutes at the most. So that's the cool thing about Zebo and Level Up is they're interchangeable so much. Yeah, touchdown and touchdown zone. Good. Okay. You can make this high speed over here. Oh, don't go all the way to the end. Turn. Oh, he should have took that high speed. The high speed would have been a better turn. Oh well. It was good. Alright, let me give him the FMS file to help him with this flight planning. FMS plans. Send that over to him. Alright, let's go ahead and run our final cockpit preparation checklist while we wait for him to pull in the spot. Fuel quantity is checked, 15.5. Flight altitude is going to be flight level 350. So we'll go 35 plus 1, 36. FMC is checked. We got legs on the left and takeoff on the right. Flight director's on left and right. Auto throttle's armed. MCP airspeed set V2. 145. MCP heading. We'll grab that from the departure. 284. MCP altitude, we're going to set that to 350. Altimeters. Current weather at PDX 2907. Altimeter 2979. Hey, auto brakes. RTO. Let me engage this standby ADI. Alright, radios are set. We got CTAF here, and then we got standby for UCOM there. Nav radios are good. TCAS, we'll just squawk 727 when it's fine, since we don't have a squawk code to use. Or do we? 7422. Okay. 7422. Alright. As soon as he gets into the spot here, we'll see if he wants to quick turn that, and we're gonna get going real quick here, guys. And I'm sure we can use 2.8. Why do we need to use 2.8 left? Does that make sense? It does not. I'm not gonna use 2.8 left. We're gonna use 2.8 right for departure. Let me make sure I adjust that in the FMC, because I'm not going to taxi all the way over there just for no reason. Okay. We need to recheck our takeoff data for that shorter runway here. So 2.8 right. Okay, numbers didn't change. Brian, do you use airside service in the FMS stuff?
What was that, Shane?
When you set up your weight and balance in your FMC, do you use airside service, or how do you do it manual? How do you do it?
I use just the gas truck, the fuel truck, but with the payload, I just might be EFP.
Would you like to try to use airside service? It's really cool.
Do I have to download anything?
No, it's built into the EFB, and I sent you the file you need to put into just a folder in your X-Plane, and it does it does everything for you.
All right, yeah, absolutely. We can do that like after this flight that we're gonna do right now.
Okay, I was gonna, because basically I did the flight planning. We're flying the same aircraft in the same route. I sent you the file. You could do it even for this one. It'd take you like 3 minutes to set your whole aircraft up.
Oh shit, I didn't know about that. All right, well, I'll send you a message right now.
Copy. I might have to walk him through this, the airside service stuff, but I think he's gonna like it. Hey, good night, Nanny Ray. Take care. Sorry, this is taking a long time. I'm just waiting for a friend, though. Let's go over the brief since we got a minute. So we're currently over at the Echo gates. We're gonna push on to Kilo. Taxi down Victor, Alpha down to Alpha Alpha 1. Full length, and we're gonna depart to the northwest on the the Harmon 6. Instructions for this. From 28 right, climb on heading 283 to intercept course 269 to Picty, then on the Pictor out to Harmons. We just need to be over Rutge 250, 5,000 feet, at or above. Let me make sure I got the right runway here. Yeah, it says 28 left, that's not right. So let's go departure 28 right. Now let's redo our takeoff speeds. There we go. We're all set. Uh-oh, we lose him? Oh, he's back. Okay, cool. We're talking on PM. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have him get back on frequency here, and then I'm gonna walk him through how to do this. All right, says he needs 10 minutes. So, crew, I'm gonna wait. I don't know if you guys want to stick around that long. I know it's kind of a lot of sitting around and waiting, but I do want to fly with my friend here. So, let's see if we can find something to keep us occupied. Let's see here. What do we got here? Tell you what. We could save some time on flight planning on the arrival if we kind of go over some of this stuff right now, right? So we got the departure planned out. Let's go over the arrival. So we're going to be doing the 2 to 2 arrival into Sacramento. And the only crossing restriction we have here is Bowles. Expect to cross at 12,000 feet. And then we transition immediately onto the ILS 17 right approach. Okay, let's look at that now. The RVR for us is going to be (1,800 feet or 1/2 mile visibility. The decision altitude will be 225. The frequency will be 111.1. I'm going to go ahead and load that now, just so we don't have to futz with it later. So 11110. Actually, we'll keep it in the standby for now. And the course for that will be 168. That I can load now, because I don't really need to use this for anything else. 168. Okay. At Jarnu, we need to be at 1,800 feet to pick up a 3-degree glide path down to the runway threshold. That's 17 right. MSA is 2,700 feet from our direction of ingress here. And the missed approach is going to be climbing to 500 feet, then climbing right to 2,000 on heading 350, and outbound the Sacramento VOR radio 329 to Grime and hold. So decision altitude is 225. I'll go ahead and put that in now. I don't think we're going to need it for coming back to this place. 225. Okay, cool. So we basically done the arrival stuff for Sacramento, so by the time we get there, we don't have to mess with that. Well, good, Artemis. It's worth it flying with friends, man. So he just landed. I know we got here before he did, but I want to give him the time he needs to get set up. So he is in a 737, and he's a pretty good 737 pilot, so it shouldn't take him too long. I wanted him to use the airside service and the FMS load like I did. I think we could have saved him some time, but he said let's do it tomorrow. He's not ready to kind of figure that out tonight. That's fine. See, my thrust reversers work fine now. Look at that. Okay, let's go ahead and do the before start pushback checklist. Lower MFDs on engine APU. We'll go ahead and start that up now. Doors and windows are good. Yaw damper on. Electric hydraulic pumps on. Fuel pumps on. Parking brake is set. Wait on APU gens. Hey. Still wait on AP. Man, this AP takes forever compared to the 777. Oh, we got power. AP gens are on. Wheel chocks and age. Beacon lights on. Actually, no. We'll hold on. We'll hold on the beacon light. I don't want that blinking in my face the whole time. Alright, crew, I got an idea. Here's what we can do. We're gonna go ahead and push right now, and we'll get started up right now, and we'll slow roll a taxi over to the runway. The step climb should be. Well, I guess it's not like it. I guess it's not like an MD-11, huh? Because that thing you just set your profile altitude to the top of the step climb and it automatically executes them. I don't know It's been so long since I've flown a Boeing that had that needed to be step climbed. I don't even know how to do it. So yeah, Sarah, if you don't mind giving me a crash course on how to do that, that'd be great. Anyway, let's go ahead and push.
Grounded cockpit. Tow is driving up.
We're gonna push now, and then we'll get started up, and we'll just slowly meander over to the runway while Bryan gets ready.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Cool.
Grounded cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
Not that far. Probably about there will do, right?
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, crew, let's go.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright, crew, starting engine 2. No. Let's not start engine 2. Let's finish our dang checklist. How about we mess with the bleeds here and make that right? Alright. And I need to start 8 cars here. Oh. Hold on. I forgot to start 8 cars, so let's just wait for us to push all the way back and we'll start the spot. See? That's what happens when you don't finish your checklists. Oh. Bryan's ready. Sweet. Okay. Nice, guys. We're gonna get ready now. We're getting going. Hey, thanks, Sierra. I appreciate that. Okay, I don't want to start the engines until I get the parking brake set. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Just to get 8 cars going. There we go. Now we can keep pushing. Now we can start. Starting engine 2. Oh, much better. Now we have rotation. It's crazy what happens when you do it right. Okay, oil pressure's good. Fuel on.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, get started on 2, starting 1. Rotation. Oil pressure's coming up. Fuel on.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Flaps up for takeoff. Hand signal. Stab trim 5.25. Takeoff data 134, 136, 146. Okay, hand signal's good. Takeoff thrust setting is not correct. That is not correct. We lost our... There we go. Better. Transponder. TARA. Okay, lower MFD system. Polar traffic, Southwest 2285, taxi runway 28 right via Victor Alpha. Hi crew, let's go. Noticeable steering. Brakes. I'll get the flight controls on Alpha. Okay, flight controls. Ailerons left, ailerons right, elevator up, elevator down, rudder left, rudder right. I know for those of you joining it now, this is not a 777 anymore. We've already flown that. It was a very great flight. We're doing a quick flight with a friend down to Sacramento from Portland. It's an hour flight. I should probably go to bed at some point here. I gotta work tomorrow. Oh well, let's get this flight in and I'll go to bed after that. Okay, and we'll hold short here for our friend. Okay, exterior lights, radar, engine start switches. we're just waiting.
Traffic Southwest 1263, taxi 2A right by Alpha Portland.
Oh, he's there. All right, Brian, we're going to go ahead and take off. Give us about a minute or two space, and then we'll see you at Sacramento.
Alrighty, I'll give you a minute and a half.
Perfect. All right, crew, let's go. Haven't flown a 737 in a while, so forgive me if I'm a little rusty.
Approaching 28 right.
Clear right, clear left, TCAS clear. Runway heading 284.
On runway 28 right.
Okay, stabilize, set, takeoff, thrust. And one, Togo.
Portland traffic Southwest 1263, lighting up 2A right, Portland.
V1, rotate. Positive brake. Gear up.
LNAV.
400.
VNAV speed. And one. This is a good takeoff. Checks, flaps 1. Speed checks, flaps up.
Corley traffic southwest 1263 departing 28 right on the Hartman 6 Harnap departure Portland.
And Brian's radio call is way better than mine. Hey, looking for 250? There's 250. Hold it with pinch. Barton, welcome aboard, man. Just took up out of Portland in the 737. Autopilot. Command. At the takeoff checklist, landing gear up. Lights out. Handle off. Flaps and slats are up. Auto brakes off. Exterior lights. Engine start switches. Oh, it's Brian, he just took off. I see. Finally understand what you meant by MD-11. Yes, Patrick. That's why you need my files, dude. I fixed that for you. Come over to my Discord and grab the updated flight model for the MD-11, and you won't have that problem anymore. You watch me fly the MD-11 on my stream, I don't have those issues, so go get you some. You want to see my graphic settings, huh? Okay. I'm going to do it pretty quick though, because it kind of pauses the sim when I do it. So here's my graphic setting. Text resolution high, render ultra, ambient occlusion is off, RCAS is 8, anisotropic filtering is 8, RCAS is 100%. MSAA anti-aliasing is 4 with this button checked, max clouds, no shadows, and medium down the middle with VSync on. It's 4K, by the way, 4K resolution. Because I have a 40-something inch, like a 47-inch monitor that's I use. It's 4K. Yep, cargo flying is always the best. You're welcome. Yeah, I look at, just so you know, here's my frame rates if you're curious. 47, 48 frames per second. And this is at 4K with those settings, and it looks great. Look at it. And I'm streaming right now, so streaming in 1440. Altimeter standard. Have to take out checklist complete. Well, it basically is. I mean, here, let me show you. This is gonna be kind of weird, but I'll show you. Oh, and I have another monitor over here. See really good. The C47 I'm not sure about, but the C208 definitely is still with UPS. That's an option. There's flight level 260 over 350, 9,000 to go. And you can see our two tracks. That's really cool. So he took an intersection departure, but look, you can see how close. So I don't know if he flies by hand as much as I do. He may have had the autopilot on for his, but you can see how close our tracks were here. Because we're both flying Zebo modded 737, so the autopilots are going to be very, very near to the same. And then I turn the autopilot on about here, and that's about where these lines converge, right? Right about here. That now the autopilot's doing the same thing on both aircraft. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I've never messed with the C47 or DC3 before. I'm not sure how those things even work. Hey, flyable 300, 5,000 to go. So, flight, I don't know what the difference is. At 12.3 doesn't look any different than 12.2 to me. And I'm not flying any aircraft that can take advantage of the new weather API yet. So it's just a standard issue. I don't even know what changed. Yeah, Patrick, I'm the chief pilot for the Hamilton hub at UPS. That doesn't mean you have to fly out of Hamilton all the time, but...
1,000 to go.
That's where I was assigned, 1,000 to go. Let me see if I can find a change log on what exactly was changed in X-Plane. Alright, let's see what we got here. Synthetic vision, A330 improvements, I don't need that. Wixer and weather, I can't use that yet. I can't use that. I don't need that. New art assets might be something. Extended camera controls, that might be good. Yeah, I mean... Added missing drivers, okay. I mean, okay. None of that stuff I can really use, you know? So it's fine. It's stable. I'll tell you that. The frame rates are great, and it seems stable to me. So it didn't mess anything up. That's something, right? Okay, aircraft on TCAS up here. No factor, but let's just see what it is. American Airlines 737-800, just like us. from LAX to Seattle. Okay, it's probably about a 2.5 hour flight, maybe a little more. And here's me and Brian. By the way, for everybody who's here, I do want to give a shout out to my friend Brian. He has his own YouTube channel. Let me find you a link to it here. And no, he just had something earlier today. Let's see here. Here it is. Cabina Virtual Simulación. Good friend of mine flies a lot of stuff, and he does Microsoft Flight Sim and X-Plane, so he's better than me. He branches out. I'll post a link to his channel in the here for you guys to check it out. Take a look sometime. Oh, that was kind of a last minute thing. My friend Brian here, I'll show you. He just landed. He was streaming earlier, and he's in a 737-800. He's in the Zebo one though, so he actually gets to use the new weather API, because the Zebo mod, they got a head start on it because they got special connections. So the Zebo actually has working weather radar as it was meant to be in the new beta. I'm in the level up, which does not yet have that functionality. So that's why he's in that. And you know, I like the Zebo, but I like the level up more. I'll just wait. But we're flying down to Sacramento now. It's just an hour flight from PDX. He came in from Denver to PDX, and we met up and we're flying together now. So let me show you why the level up does not work yet for the new weather radar. Let's turn some lights on here. Let's talk about this. Okay. So the Zebo mod has been updated to work with the new weather radar that we have for X-Plane, okay? So what that means is that they've gone in and they've adjusted the Wixer panel. So all these knobs actually work now for the weather radar for the Zebo. This panel is now active. On the level up, nothing works on this, right? There's no tilt, there's no gain, there's no anything. There's no Wixer plus T. You can't do anything on the level up because that functionality did not exist. All you can do is turn it on or off right here. The Zebo mod, they went in and they fixed this so this panel works on the Zebo. So the Zebo plugin, I can put it in here, but the weather radar stuff is not going to function. Not the new one. The old one still does. So that's why the Zebo mod works. They had a head start and they went ahead and made changes to their cockpit to animate this panel. My problem is that the level up team is semi-MIA, okay? They're not dead. The channel's not dead. I'll tell you why. I was just there. And Monsoon, who's their kind of front-facing PR guy, or I don't know exactly what he is in the team, but he's the guy that does a lot of the communication. He's here and he's still talking to everybody and he's letting everybody know the project's not dead, but everybody's busy and he doesn't have a date for them to come back and work on the project some more. Unfortunately, in order to get the new X-Plane 12 weather radar stuff to work on this aircraft, this panel's going to have to be turned on, right? I need the controls that I need to use it are here. And until they go in and make all these switches live for the level up, it's not going to work. So that's kind of where we're at right now with the level up and the new weather radar. If you want the brand new weather radar to work, go fly the Zebo 737-800 like Brian is. It's going to work fine there. Because Skymatics, you know, the Zebo is one of the most popular freeware planes like ever. So I think he and the X-Plane people, Laminar, are kind of in cahoots on that. So they gave him some heads up on that so he can start integrating it into his thing early, which is awesome. So it's in the plugin, so I can take the Zebo plugin and drop it in here, but it's just not going to work on the nav display until this panel works here. And I need the level up team to do that, and they're not doing it right now. So now you know what I know about the new weather radar as it pertains to the level up 737 aircraft. I'm confident at some point, someday, sometime, those boys will come back to work and give us what we need, but I can't tell you when that's going to be, nor can they. So there you go. Hope that explains things. I think it does. I will say this, guys. Now listen up to this. About 6 to 8 months ago, the Laminar people did something to the weather where they made some weird changes to the way the wind directions and the like these things would be fluctuating constantly, right? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the autopilot was constantly going apeshit on most of the aircraft that I fly because the winds were bouncing around really violently. And the autopilot was just like, here, let me show you what it was doing. Watch. It was like this, whole flight, right? It was, oh, okay. So the winds aloft were doing a lot of weird fluctuations. It looks like in this latest beta, they've kind of nulled that out and put it back the way that it was, where there's very slow, slight variations to the wind direction and speed, but it's not like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The aircraft is a lot more stable now, and it's not overreacting to the weather inputs. Like, this amount of yoke movement is what I expect to see in cruise flight for most situations. Prior to this update, it was all over the damn place, so they fixed that, it looks like. I'm gonna keep flying, but the 777 has been rock solid, and right now the level up is reacting a lot more smoothly to the winds aloft changes. So that's a positive change for the 12.3 beta. I like that a lot. Look how much smoother the flight is right now. We're not bouncing all over the place like we have been. Hey Sim Pilot, thanks a lot, man. I flew the 777 earlier. You can rewind the stream if you want to see how that went. That plane's running really good right now. Right now I'm flying the 737 down to Sacramento with a friend. He's about 2 minutes behind me in another 737. All right, Patrick. As far as the MD-11, no, it will not. I talked to the Rotate people today, and they say it's not just a simple matter of clicking a couple buttons and making it work. They have to integrate it into everything they got. Thanks, Sierra. I'll take a look at it later, man. Probably watch it at work tomorrow before I fly. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, it's not going to work on the MD-11, and it needs to be integrated into it. And I think they're planning a bigger update to the MD-11 in the very near future. So they're going to probably wait to package that up as one big update, incorporating a new API and a bunch of other changes that they've probably been saving for a while. So no, it does not work on the MD-11. It's just going to have the old school weather radar that you're used to now. The 757 also does not have this latest weather, but Flight Factor has already said on their Discord their intention is to get rid of the TGDS plugin for both the 7.6 and the 7.5 and integrate a more modern weather radar system that the 777 already has, incorporating the new API as well. So can't tell you when that's going to be, but at some point on the 7.5 and 7.6, it's going to have a weather radar working similar to what the 777 is going to have, and it's going to just completely do away with that stupid TGDS plugin that causes the sim to crash every time you use it. I'm not flying a Zebra, but I'm flying a level up, and this thing's a lot smoother than it has been. And the weather changes here are a lot more slow and reasonable. Look at the yoke. This is very normal here. It was not like this prior to this update. So this is good. They smoothed out the weather at altitude. Yeah. TGDS is going away, and they're going to put in... They're basically going to transplant some of the software from the 777 and put it into the 75 and 76 to have... So all three of these aircraft are using the same kind of coding for the weather radar. There's no reason why they can't. They just need to implement it, and that takes time. But when that happens, you can expect me to be flying the 75 and 76 a lot more, because one of the things that's been holding me back from the jet lately has just been the weather radar, the TCAS, all that crap just not working. Not interested about it. Alright, let's see if there's any mention of this on the... A lot of talk on here. Wow. Cool. Anyway. How are we looking here on this flight? So we're good. Weather, look how, man, our weather's rock solid right now. God, I'm happy with that. Nice, gentle yoke movement. That's what I expect to see. 126 miles to top of descent. 20 minutes, guys. We'll be heading down 20 minutes. Yeah, man. Oh, that reminds me. I need to post my latest flight model update for the MD-11 on my Discord. Now so what we'll do here is we'll take down the MD-11. You know what? No. I'm going to keep the previous versions on here in case people want to revert. Yeah, why am I doing that? Hold on. Alright, clear all these out. Oh, I was dumb. Couldn't have done that. Cool. Okay, hot off the press, guys. You guys looking for the latest MD11 updates? They're available on my Discord. So I'm running a double here. Let me show you, SimPilot. I'm running a double monitor setup right now. Let me. 1 second. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to use my webcam to kind of to show you what it looks like here. I mean, I guess I could use a third monitor somewhere. I'm sure I could put it to use, but I don't really need it for the moment. Let me show you what I got. So, this is, there's my monitor. I got my stuff here. And then I have on the, okay, so you see this monitor, right? I also have one to my right that I managed, like, I got a lot of stuff on here. I got like the live stream stuff here. Discord I keep over here. Charts. That's on my right. And it's about a 47 inch as well. So I got about two 47-inch monitors here. Airfoils go into the Rotate MD11 airfoils holder. No, I got no delays with nothing, man. Right now I'm getting 43 FPS with two monitors running, streaming in 1440 and running these in 4K. And this is on a 5080. I got no delay with nothing, man. It's running good. Hey, top of the descent, 80 miles. My boy Brian's still back there. What's our separation here? I'm doing 430. He's doing 430. We have identical, like, everything about our flights are identical, man. Look at this. I love this, man. Zeebo's so good. I'm in the level up and he's in a Zeebo, and look at our tracks. And I was flying manually, too. Just look how tight they are. Using the same cost index, using the same everything, and we're getting identical airspeed, like almost identical ground speeds, everything, dude. This is awesome, man. Hi, this is the Level Up 737-800. My friend Brian is about 2-3 minutes behind me. He's currently in the Zeebo 737, and he's got the good new working radar. I got the old busted weather radar, because it's going to require it's going to require the level up people to intervene to make that work. But I do prefer the level up to the Zebo mod as far as the sounds, the look, and the flight model. I like it better on the level up. We should be heading down here in just a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself a quick drink. We got 10 minutes till top of descent. We'll start briefing the arrival again in just a minute. I've already gone over it on the ground at Portland, but I'll go ahead and quickly recap some of the finer points. Be right back. Get some water. All right, crew. Well, that doesn't really make any sense. Sierra, how does that work? I don't know, man. Something seems sassy there. What sim are we talking about? X-Plane? Doesn't sound right. Weird. Alright, crew. We've already gone over the landing data, but we'll go ahead and hit it again. Love cars. Let's see, landing fuel estimates about 7.2. That sounds about right. Let's do flaps 30, 17 bright. Okay. Auto brakes 3. Okay. Yeah, auto brakes 3. VRAF 143. Oh, we got some gust here. All right, check this out. We got a 10-knot gust here. So we'll add half the gust, which is 5 knots. So it'll be VRAF plus 10. VRAF plus 10. So we're gonna go flaps 30, 143. Wind correction is 10 knots. Alright, well I can see why they want us to use auto brakes 3 now. Okay. So there's the weather. 150 at 13, gusting 23. 2980 for the altimeter setting. We got the decision height was already put in at 225. Minimum descent altitude is 2,700 feet. Landing altitude, I forgot to grab that, is 25 feet. So we'll just leave it at 50. Seatbelt signs are already on. ILS, go ahead and tune that in now. 111.1, 168 on the approach course. Hey, Omega, welcome back, man. Ryan, are you on Unicom? Didn't sound like it. I'll hit him up on Discord, let him know. Got top of descent in 2 minutes, Brian. What's up, Darren Vox? Welcome aboard, man. We're just about to start our descent into Sacramento. In fact, I need to probably update my PDX SMF. We should be hearing a ding any second now. There it is. Alright, Alright, crew, let's reset MCP altitude. I'll set it down to the MSA, which is 2,700 feet. And stand by. Throttles to idle. Okay, heading down. Yes, sir. It is officially out of beta as of today. It is a release aircraft, and they just updated it today. Check screenshots. Oh, I got a screenshot. Woo! That's hot. Dang, dude. Is that? What is this? Is that Microsoft Flight Simulator, or is that Wow, that's beautiful, dude. That's not X-Plane. No, that's Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's too nice for X-Plane. That's good looking, dude. Wow. Very nice. X-Plane? What? That's X-Plane? What X-Plane are you using? Mine don't look like that. Wow. Yeah, mine doesn't look like that. That looks like a painting almost. Like it's fake. Uh-oh. I'll get dinged at. Hold on. Drag required. Okay. I can do that. Speed brakes. What X-Plane are you playing? X-Plane 14? Because my X-Plane 12 doesn't look like that at all. He's got X-Plane 14, guys. Speed brakes, retract. C-tab, SMF. 125.7. Yeah, So I really haven't encountered any major issues with it yet. As far as like VNAV and stuff, it's worked very, very good. Well, for now, it doesn't have all the full functionality that you're looking for. They're working on it. So basically, to turn it on, you're just gonna press the Wixer button on your EFIS panel right here, even on the 777, and then you can make some adjustments to the weather radar, like Wixer plus T, Wixer, other things. Those things do work, but the tilt, I don't think it works yet on the 777. It will soon. And now it's on their feature list that they've already stated they're going to make sure they fix. Descent to 230 for 2700. We can expect gusty winds at Sacramento, 10 knot gust. So we've got our 5 knot approach speed additive and an additional 5 knots for half the gust. Uh-oh, where's Bryan going? We're deviating now. Wonder why. Holy crap, we have ATC on over here? No way. We got NorCal approach on. Holy crap, I didn't even notice that. Well, wait a minute. They're not here. Oh, he's not really on. Look at that. He's creeping. Oh, I thought we had ATC. That got me all excited for a minute. It's just a creeper. Oh well. I'm on the wrong arrival. What are you talking about? I'm on the Tudor 2, right? What am I on? Holy crap, my arrival's not in there. Well, crap. You're right, I'm not on the arrival. I'm going direct to the waypoint of the ILS. I don't know, I screwed that one up. Oops. You're right. You're on the arrival. I am not. Altimeter's 2980. Cross check at 17. Engine start switches. Stereo lights. Approach checklist complete. Oh well, I'll get there. I'll just get there faster is all. Yeah, I bought the EE thing with the I just bought it because it was on sale during the Labor Day sale. I paid $78 for the thing. I don't think that's that bad. Yeah, I guess I skipped all the miserable development time with the 777. I got it right at the pinnacle of its development, right? Hey, decel points coming up here. Okay, decel. Speed brakes. Okay, there's 250 knots. Gotta slow down. I can retract the speed brakes now. Okay, we should be on the ground in less than 10 minutes in Sacramento. I'll be ready to. I'll be happy to land this thing soon, man. I'm tired. It's what 11 o'clock. I should have been in bed an hour ago. I get up at like 4:45 in the morning for work, so I'm already down to less than 6 hours of sleep remaining. But we're gonna land first, of course. Okay, let me go ahead and, how far out are we? We might be able to pick up a localizer here. Let me see. Yep, localizer capture. We can write that in now. Sacramento traffic, good evening, Southwest 2285 on the ILS 17 right approach. Well, direct to sim. I started in the 777 at the first part of the stream. I just hopped into a 737 for the back part of it because I'm flying with a friend on Batsim right now. He landed at Portland on his stream, and then we were flying from Portland down to Sacramento. Then I started. If you go back to the beginning of this stream, it was a 777, and it was a great flight from Las Vegas to San Diego with what I would consider a pretty decent landing at San Diego. With no thrust reversers, by the way. They're not working on the 777 all of a sudden. I don't know why that is. Alright, airfield in sight. There's our runway there. Alright, decel. Yeah, man, I'll be down in 10 minutes or less. Alright, runway heading is 168. FMC speed. Flaps 1. Okay, one last weather check. Okay, alright man, you're gonna take 17 left. That should be fine. How are you too close? Oh shoot, he ran up on me quick. Yeah, so my friend Brian here, he's gonna sidestep over to 17 left, and we'll land parallel. The whole airport's separating them, so there should be no real traffic issue with that. All right, let's go.
1,000 to go.
Flaps 5. Alright, missed approach altitude is 2,000 feet. I'll go ahead and set that now.
1,000 to go.
We should be picking up the glide slope here any second. I've seen a lot of Challengers on VATSIM lately. I never flown one before. That small business just don't really do it for me, but I'm sure it's cool. You know what? I need to get some hands on.
2,500.
Yeah, I'll take it from here. We'll go ahead and level it off, and we'll catch the flight director. We'll catch the glide slope here. Auto throttle off. Oh, about approach mode. There we go. Glide slope. Okay, gear down, flaps 15. Alright, and flaps 30. A little high, correcting. So 153 is our approach speed. I'm way slow because of the gust. And I'm high, correcting. I'm not really getting any gust here. Dude, we're so high. If I can't catch this glide slope here in the next 500 feet, I'm about to go around.
1,000.
I better get on it quick. There we go. We're good.
Approaching 17 right.
I'm not getting any gust here, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the gust additive out.
Sacramento traffic southwest.
500.
1263, we're final 17 left. So we're
Control final 17 right, southwest 2285.
Plus 100. Minimums.
Continue.
100.
on traffic southwest 1263, short final 17 left.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Manual braking.
Three 3,000 feet remaining.
right. There's Bryan landing on the other runway there. Right. Okay. Sacramento traffic, Southwest 2285 is clear. 17 right at Alpha 11, taxi to Concourse B via Alpha 11, Alpha Bravo 1. Okay. At the landing checklist, spoiler handle. Flaps. Auto brakes. Landing lights. Strobe. Engine start switches. APU. Block. Stab trim. Perfect. Alright, cool. Let's go. Oh, I know, right? See if I can give you one more burst here before we get too late, too close in. Yeah, I can't really do that anymore in here. I'm running in a building. And that's what you don't get with the Zevo. You don't get that. They sure did. That's why I like to fly it so much. Alright, let's see what that landing rate was. I had 8 cars running for this one. I'll show you. Dr. Shorts, 1 second. I'll show you my graphics settings. I just want to see what my landing rate was here. I trust these 8 cars more than that landing rate monitor. 198, that's alright. That's okay. That was not butter, but we also didn't break any butter jars. Alright, so graphics settings, Dr. Shorts, if you want to see that. Here we are. This is 4K, by the way. 4K. Texture resolution's high, rendering is ultra, SSAO is off. RCAS is 100, anisotropic is 8. MSAA anti-aliasing is 4x with FXAA anti-aliasing on. Cloud is at max, shadows on minimum, and in density of all the stuff is at medium. You can probably get the rendering distance a little bit higher. You can probably go. I could probably go higher on these two, but I just don't. And I also use VSync. So those are my graphic settings. And remember, the resolution is 4K. 4K. All right, guys, it's nice few hours of flying here. If you came in late, please rewind the stream and go take a look at the 777 flight that I did before this. I thought it went really good. That plane's flying great right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed because it's 11:20 and I gotta go to work in like 5 hours. So thank you all that showed up. I'll be flying again tomorrow night. I'm not quite sure what. It's either gonna be the MD-11. I might fly the MD-11 for like a domestic flight, something short, and then set up the 777 for a long-haul flight to Sydney from LAX. It should do it. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and shut this thing down. Alright, crew. I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for being here. Take care.